Hi, beautiful people. I made this palm soup specifically because I wanted that oil on top to make some palm oil jollof. But then I'm sharing the soup with you. Hope you are doing great and thank you so much for joining me. Now I have prepped this palm nuts or palm fruits together with some turkey berries. I have a recipe on that and it's been in my freezer for a while. As long as it stays frozen, it is safe for months. Okay, so I have with me here my cow meat with some onions already in there, and I'm adding some chopped onions, salt, seasoning cube, and mixed local spices. I have the recipe of the mixed local spices. It has some calabash, nutmeg, cloves, negro pepper, all those local spices. Okay, I'm adding some water and then I will cover this so that it steam. You know, the cow meat is hard, so it needs like a longer time to cook. Every now and then I'll just come in and give it a nice stir. However, I'll be using crabs for the soup as well, and I'll be cooking the crabs on the side, just briefly steaming it with some onion, salt, and water. That's all I need for, and cover this for about 2 minutes and it'll be ready. Okay, so I'll now go ahead, check on my meat again, give it a final stir, and then I feel like it's a good time for me to add my tomatoes. Okay, so I've washed my tomatoes nicely and I'll add that together with some scotch bonnet pepper and cover it for the steam to cook it. Okay, now let's check on the crabs. I can see within some few minutes it's done, like basically 2 to 3 minutes. I take out my tomatoes. You can see it has softened up nicely. I'll take out my onions as well. They are also in a good shape, and all the pepper, I'll be taking all of those out and blending. While that was happening, I added the stock from the crab to the meat. That's because all the stock around it, they had dried up, okay, leaving the meat and oil, and I didn't want it to burn, so I added just the stock and not the crab itself. And then now I'm adding the blended tomatoes, pepper, onion. I'll give this a nice stir. I want all the meat to get the flavors to cook perfectly with these ingredients, okay, because I didn't add pepper from the beginning. I washed out the blender and then added that as well. I'll cover it for about 3 to 5 minutes just so the meat absorbs all the flavors from everything that I just added. And when you open it at this point, it's very delicious. If your meat is soft enough, you can even eat it like this. Okay, trust me on this. I took out one and I ate that. I made justice to that. Now, to quicken the cooking process, I was boiling my palm extracts on the side. You don't have to do that, but I needed to save some time. So while all this was happening, the palm extract I had worked on, I was boiling on the side. And once I added that to it, I'm adding my smoked tuna, my smoked dried fish, and my smoked mackerel. Then I added some crabs as well. To this I added some eggplant that I didn't show earlier on. I got the eggplant from our local market and people said it would be good with palmnut soup. I put a post out on Facebook and they said it would be good with palmnut soup, so I added that. I added some scotch bonnet pepper, and I remember that something was missing from my soup, and that was ginger, and that was what I added. And adding the ginger at that point was soup. I also added some basil to this. When it was almost done, lowered the fire, and then when I turned off the fire completely, this is what you have, all this oil forming on top of it. That was my mission for the soup. As I stated from the beginning, I wanted to make some palm oil jollof for the first time myself, and I wanted to use oil that I've extracted from my soup, and it went so well. So I'll be sharing that in another video, so stay tuned if you want to see my native jollof rice with palm oil. Now this is some cassava flour that I've added water. The cassava flour, I did it at home, okay? So this is not your regular kukunte. I put this in my microwave and for about 4 minutes, and then I'm just going to sort it out and enjoy. As easy as that, okay? So soup is ready. Fufu or kukunte. This doesn't look like kukunte, but it's kukunte. Basically it's cassava flour. Thank you for watching. Kindly support me by liking, subscribing, and follow me on all my social media platforms. Bye.